Hey guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start with a medium-sized pan on high heat, and we are going to add to it 1 cup of cooking oil. And I just eyeball it, but you guys can go ahead and measure it. So that looks about right. And while that is heating up, I'm going to quickly show you guys what we need to do to kind of prepare the masala for this. So over here I have, let's start with right here, I've got about 20 cloves and 20 round black peppers. I've got 2 cinnamon sticks. Don't worry if I'm going too fast, I'm going to list all of this in the info box below. I've got about 1.5 teaspoon of, what is this called? Let me see. Of white cumin seeds. And then I've got 2 bay leaves. And then I have, sorry, I don't know the name of all these. I've got 4 of these black cardamons. And then I've got about 8 or 9 of these small green cardamons. This is 2 tablespoons of corainder powder, right here. And then this is 2 tablespoons of fennel powder, which is right here. And then I've got about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of salt. Please go ahead and adjust that to your own family's taste. And that about does it for the masala. And then we have this ginger and garlic paste and some fried onions. So back to the cooking oil. We're gonna go ahead and see if okay, now that the heat has, or the oil has heated up, we're going to go ahead and take a tablespoon of the ginger and garlic paste and go ahead and put that in there. And we're just going to go ahead and mix that in together. And then we're just going to go ahead and drop the rest of the plate of masala in there. And mix it up as well. And then I'm going to add just 1 tablespoon of the fried onion. You don't need that much in pulao. And you're just going to go ahead and fry that for a minute or so. Now we're just going to go ahead and add 2 pounds of mutton or goat to our dish. And go ahead and mix that all together. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and take 2 glasses of water and add it to our dish. Okay, mix it up well. And we're going to go ahead and cover it up. Go ahead and boil for about 20 minutes before we come back and check up on it. We are just trying to tenderize the meat at this point, and we will come check back on it in about 20 minutes. Back on our yakni, and it appears that the meat has not completely tenderized. I mean, we are going to cook it with the rice as well for probably about 20 minutes, but I don't like to take chances with the meat, so I'm going to go ahead and put another 15 or so minutes on the clock and let it simmer for 15 more minutes. And we'll be right back. Okay, we are back now, and we've got under a minute left, and we are going to check up on our dish. Looks like the meat is tender, and we can go ahead and add our rice to it. Now, here's just a little trick, and it just depends on whether you guys like the masala like this, the bigger pieces in there or not. My family doesn't care, so I typically leave it in. But if you wanted to remove some of it, some people like strain the whole thing. I just use this big thing if I wanted to remove it, like if I'm cooking it for guests, like I'll remove the bigger pieces just like with this. And another quick tip, if I'm in a hurry to make this dish, then what I do is I boil the yakni and the meat in a pressure cooker. I didn't want to do this with this recipe just because I don't want to assume that everybody has a pressure cooker available, but I'll show an updated version later on with the pressure cooker, so that if that's how you wanted to do it, then you had that option as well. So we're just gonna take 4.5 cups of pre-washed, pre-soaked rice and add it to our dish. I soaked this for about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Okay, so we've gone ahead and added the rice to our yakni. Now this is a trick that my dad told me whenever, for making rice about 10 years ago, and it's never failed me. I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you guys. So he would say that you would take these 2 fingers, and anytime you're making rice, you want to measure that the water is this much on top of the rice. So if this is the rice layer, then the water should be at least this much on top of it. So as we can already see that the water is not at least this much over the rice. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pour, put it on high heat and go ahead and pour some more water into our dish and then check on that. Another test is to just take a little spoon and put it in there and see. Let me quickly show you guys this trick. So let's say that if we were to measure, that spoon is about that much, so you can put the spoon in there and kind of see, okay, so it's at least that much above the layer of rice, and that's a good test. You're gonna leave it on high heat and go ahead and cover it. So we've got about 12 minutes left on the clock, and as you can see, the water's disappeared below the rice. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and lower my stove to about medium, or even like between low and a medium, and then go ahead and cover it, leave it covered, and then let it cook for another 12 minutes, and that should be it. I'm gonna come back and show you guys. Okay, so while the rice is cooking, I'm just gonna go ahead and make some raita to go with the pulao. So I have 4 tablespoons of yogurt in my blender with 1 green pepper, a little bit of cilantro, 1 teaspoon of white cumin seeds, and a half a teaspoon of lemon juice and half a teaspoon of vinegar, and a pinch of salt. And we're gonna go ahead and blend this. And we are done with the raita, and that's what the finished product looks like. We'll be back shortly and check on our rice. Okay guys, we're back. We've got under a minute left on our pulao, and at this point we are going to turn the stove off, but we are not going to take the lid off. This will ensure that the steam stays in and just gives us some extra insurance to make sure that the rice is done. I will be back in 5 minutes and we'll take a look at what the final product looks like. Hey guys, we're back, and this is what our final pulao looks like, and there it is with the yummy raita. So go ahead and enjoy. Talk to you guys later.